What's up guys, Jim Yosef here and welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to Daily Dose of Transfer Gospel. Today is going to be Saturday, the 26th of August. And we've got a lot to get through today, so just before we get started, as always, if you can show support by leaving a like rating, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press notifications tab next to it to receive alerts about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, it was down below in the description box. And today's question of the day, do you think Coutinho will join Barcelona this summer? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. But now, let's jump on to confirmed deals. And the very first player is going to be Cameron Carter-Vickers, going on loan to Sheffield Wednesday from Tottenham for the season. He is followed by Alberto Aquilani, going to UD Las Palmas in Spain from Pescara on a free transfer. And then we've got Carl Majani, who was in yesterday's episode as a player who apparently was released by Trabzonspor, but today he's actually got a new club already, and there's Sivasspor in Turkey, again for Trabzonspor on a free transfer, but I don't think they're on FIFA 17. And next up we've got Charlie Adam, and yesterday he somehow managed to make himself into a meme. So basically yesterday he signed a new 1-year contract extension with Stoke City, but he tweeted about it, and I'll put it on your screen right now. So instead of just typing it out as a tweet, he actually took a screenshot of his notes on his iPhone, saying delighted to announce I've extended my contract with Stoke for a further year. Now I know Twitter does have a character limit, but what he put right there, it would not exceed it whatsoever. And as people on Twitter do, they jumped at it straight away by replying to him with screenshots of their notes with a very short message. And now we move on to Robert Snodgrass, going out on loan to Aston Villa from West Ham for the season, and to be honest, I mentioned it a few times now, his time at West Ham, it really didn't work out too well. And next up we've got a Chelsea defender by the name of Kenneth Omario. I probably said his name wrong there, but he has now gone out on loan to Kazanpasa in Turkey, and before that, he signed a new 3-year deal with Chelsea. And then we have got Joslu going to Osmanlıspor again in Turkey, this time from FC Porto for an undisclosed fee. And now moving over to Serie A, we have got a new centre-back for Sampdoria, and that player is Anderson from FC Twente, again for an undisclosed fee. Emmanuel Riviere has finally left Newcastle on a permanent basis to go to FC Metz in France, again undisclosed fee. The next player is going to Gregory van der Wiel, going to Cagliari from Fenerbahce, again undisclosed fee. Next up we go on to Dimitri Fulquir. I probably said that one wrong, but now here joined Watford from Granada, and the fee, I'm not too sure about it because Watford, I think they have a partnership with Granada. I could be wrong there by the way, but I think it is Watford to have a partnership, or the same owner, sorry, as Granada. And next up we have got Oliver Burke, who has now joined West Bromwich Albion from Leipzig for a fee of around £15 million. Leipzig bought him a year ago from Nottingham Forest for a fee, I think it's like £12 million or so they have made a little bit of profit over the year. He didn't really play too much either in the Bundesliga, and there were also reports saying he was homesick, so a move to West Brom, it could do a world of good, needs some confidence now, and needs more first team football. And the final confirmed today is an absolutely huge one, as Ousmane Dembele going to Barca from Borussia Dortmund. The fee, he's now the second most expensive player in world football. So pretty much every single site are saying it's a base fee around €105 million plus €42 million in add-ons. Now, of what I'm aware of, they haven't fully disclosed what the actual add-ons are at this point in time, but a lot of sites are saying potentially, some of them are very realistic, but others, not so much. He'll sign a 5-year deal with the club, and in fact there's a €400 million release clause in the deal. And he is expected to arrive in Spain on Sunday and complete his medical on Monday. He will be wearing the number 11 shirt, which is Neymar's old number. And Get France Football actually found a tweet back from 2013 to Ousmane Dembele, he was 16 years old back then, and they tweeted him saying he'll join Barca, earn €22 million a year, and wear the number 11. And Dembele actually replied to that saying you're nuts. Now I don't think Dembele is earning €22 million a year, but number 11 joining Barca, that's a pretty good prediction. And for those that want to know how much his deal will cost in pounds, basically, Barca could end up paying Dortmund £135 million for Dembele, £97 million initial fee, plus add-ons up to 38 mil. And it is pretty crazy, he cost only £12 million last summer from Stade Rennes. Next up, we've gone to potential deals, and the very first player is going to Johnny Evans. According to the Times today, Manchester City will launch a third bid of more than £25 million to sign Johnny Evans from West Brom. And that actually ties in well with the next one, which is going to be Mamadou Sakho, linked to West Brom today, according to the Telegraph. They are saying that Tony Pulis is ready to make a record transfer bid of £13 million as he prepares to sell his captain Johnny Evans to Man City. Other reports are saying, despite Frank de Boer said a couple days ago that Palace couldn't actually afford Sakho, it does seem they could make a bid for him. It won't be all up front though, there will be different payments. Now imagine at this stage of the window, Liverpool, they're looking at it saying, you know what, he won't be back in our team, but if West Brom offer 30 mil, he's definitely gone. And next up, according to the Daily Mirror, Demarai Gray wants Leicester City to start him or sell him, with Bournemouth offering nearly £30 million for the starlet. Now personally, I think Demarai Gray is a massive talent, and whatever club he goes to, if he gets first team football, he'll develop very well. And next up, according to the Daily Telegraph, DIVOCK ORIGI could leave Liverpool before Thursday's deadline, with a loan move looking most likely. Now to pretty much summarise the whole article, next year of course is a World Cup year, so players, they don't play as much football this year to get into a national squad. And this season so far, it doesn't even look like Origi is a guaranteed bench player because Dominic Solanke's came in and he's been very impressive. He does seem to suit our style of football a little bit more in my opinion. Personally, I do like Origi, he has a lot of potential about him, but ready to get to the next step of his game, he possibly does need a loan spell. And the article does go on to say Liverpool have indicated they may be prepared to let him leave this summer if they can complete the other business they're looking to do. Tottenham, Marseille and Anderlecht are 3 clubs that are interested in the Liverpool striker. And a source in France are saying that Marseille are readying a £13 million bid to bring Origi back to Ligue 1. Now like I mentioned a second ago, I do like him, so personally I wouldn't sell him. I'd actually loan him out for the season and see how well he does. And next up, according to Gianluca Di Marzio, PATRIK SCHICK wants to stay 1 more year at Sampdoria and then join Juventus in 2018. Inter and Roma are both losing hope to sign the striker. Juventus are ready to make a new offer for him, and Sampdoria would like Juve to pay a similar fee offered by Inter and Roma, but Schick's decision can affect the deal. And the final part about it does say Napoli had an offer rejected for Schick because the striker believes there will be very little playing time for him. And next up, according to Sky Sports News, Newcastle and Swansea are in talks to sign Loic Remy from Chelsea on loan, but clubs in Italy and Spain are also interested, and he was a Newcastle player back in 2013 on loan. And in the opening 2 games for Newcastle so far, it does look like they're missing something. I'm not sure what it actually is, although it could be Jonjo Shelvey's creativity from the midfield. And next up, according to the Daily Telegraph, Chelsea are trying to push through the £15 million signing of Swansea City striker Fernando Llorente. It's definitely not a new rumour because back in January, of course, is linked to them as well, and at this stage it could well be a replacement for Diego Costa. And keeping on the theme of Chelsea targets, next up we've got Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. This one is according to Sky Sports News. Oxlade-Chamberlain has turned down a £180,000 per week contract offer from Arsenal. He wants to leave the club. Now, assuming the teams that are interested in him aren't offering like £200,000 per week, turning down £180,000 per week, that's pretty mental. Arsenal are set to tell him today if he can leave or not, and Chelsea and Liverpool are both interested in him. And finally, the Daily Telegraph are saying Chelsea are confident of signing him for a fee of £35 million. And next up, another player linked to a move away from Arsenal is going to be Kieran Gibbs, but to be fair to them, they have been trying to get rid of him all summer. ESPN are reporting that a source close to both clubs are saying Arsenal have agreed a fee with Watford for the transfer of defender Kieran Gibbs. They're saying the fee is just £5 million, but if you go back like a month or so ago, I can't remember who was trying to buy him back then, but it was like 15 mil. But they are also saying agreeing personal terms with a defender could be a stumbling block. And now another Arsenal player, this time is going to be Mustafi. So according to Sky Italia today, Inter Milan have an agreement with the Arsenal defender and his father. It does say father/agent, so I'm assuming his dad is his agent. Inter want a loan deal and Mangala of Man City is a backup option. And then we have another update from Sky Italia. This time, they said Mustafi has told Arsenal he wants to join Inter. But there is a problem because Inter want a loan deal, but Arsenal are only interested in a permanent deal. Now, if he does go to Inter on loan, I'm pretty certain there will be an obligation to buy at the end of it. Now, given the fact that Arsenal have already sold Gabriel this summer for £10 million to Valencia, it wouldn't make much sense in my opinion to get rid of one of their better centre-backs, especially when they haven't got many left. And Arsenal fans are moaning that at this point in time, the back three has got 2 left-backs in there. Now, unless Arsene Wenger does have a very good centre-back up his sleeve in preparation for deadline day, it just doesn't make sense to me. And next up, we have an update from yesterday's video regarding Benedikt Höwedes. This one is from Di Marzio. He is saying Juventus will contact Schalke today to discuss a transfer fee and formula for Höwedes. And what they mean by formula, by the way, it's not like an equation or anything. It just means it could be a loan deal with the option to buy. It may be like €10 million straight up, or there could be different payments in there. And like I mentioned yesterday, the fee, it seems to be around €10 million, which in this market is a great deal. And next up, various different sources are saying West Ham have pulled out a deal to sign William Carvalho from Sporting. They have walked away after Sporting refused to lower their valuation of £40 million. West Ham also had concerns about his fitness because apparently, according to Sky, he's had no pre-season training. And a quote from someone at the club does say, he got too expensive and you have to say no sometimes. And I have said it before, but the last like 3 or 4 years, Carvalho, he's been able to move to the Premier League so much. In particular, at the very start, I think it's Arsenal, but now West Ham, I thought it generally could happen this time, but no, it's broken down again. And the final one today is a very short one from France football, and it's in that PSG representatives travelled to Monaco yesterday to try and close the Kylian Mbappe deal. And the place is saying his sign yesterday, they're wide off the mark. But that is going to be it for today's video, guys. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for daily FIFA content and press the notifications tab next to it to receive alerts about my videos. If you missed yesterday's video, it's down below in the description box. And today's question of the day, do you think Coutinho will join Barca this summer? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.